Hey y'all, it's me, Fletch, back at it again with yet another story time. As you guys should already know, because I am the baddest bitch, and that is on period. I really don't know what I want to title this, but I do want to go ahead on and just get right into it. I'm sorry, y'all, my head is itching. This story time takes place, I want to say, back in 2022 on this app. Y'all already know the apps I be on, girl. If it ain't Plenty of Fish, it's Grinder. If it ain't Grinder, it's Jagged. So I was doing my daily little scroll on Plenty of Fish. You know, I'm excited trying to see what new man I could meet, who baby daddy I could turn out, whatever the case may be. I happened to scroll upon this guy. We're going to call this guy Keith. I don't think I have a Keith on here yet. So we're going to call him Keith for the sake of the story time. That is not his name, obviously, y'all. But I just feel like I have to start saying this now because you got people out there that love to be messy and assume I'm talking about people that they know. Bitch, you don't know me. You don't know who I know. So I just wanted to go on and put that out there. He was like this light-skinned guy, had like a little like wave set going on, a cute like 360 set. Like, he wasn't the finest. On a scale of 1 to 10, I probably have to give him like a 5. He wasn't that bad looking, but he wasn't like something I would naturally go for. I was just bored. I was feeling kinky. I was feeling very like, you know, in my mode. He was probably about like, if I had to put him beside me, he was like my exact same height. Like, he might have been like an inch taller than me though. Like, cause again, at that time, like, I'm 5'5" now. So I clearly was 5'5" then. And he was probably like right here. Like, he was like head to head. He probably was like a little bit tall, like probably like right there. That's pretty much it. He had like these real like smoker eyes. Like, you know, like they got like them real heavy ass bags up under their eyes. Like, they look tired all the damn time. He had like acne, but it wasn't like bad acne. He had like little scarring, acne scarring. He was kind of like slim, but like not skinny slim. He had like a pretty nice, you know, sized body. You know, he had like a butt, whatever the case may be. Oh, girl, he follows me on Snapchat. Oh my gosh. Oh my goodness. So let me kind of tread a bit lightly what I'm saying, girl, because I don't want nobody to feel no type of way. Oh my God. So we had been texting back and forth for a little minute. Not too much was being said, other than like, you know, you just asking what are you into, what do you like to do. At this point in time, y'all, I started putting in my profile that I was trans. First of all, I was always putting in my profile that I was trans, but for some reason, I don't know if it's like a trend among like the black community, especially with like black guys, whatever the case may be, they don't like to read shit. You clearly know you're on an app full of different kinds of people from different walks of life that have bios for you to read, and you're choosing not to read them. And then when they tell you, oh, hey, you know, I'm blah, 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 or I hope you read this because I'm XYZ123, you want to be mad? Oh, fuck, nah, I'm going to block you, bitch. Don't you ever hit me up and get our key your way. How are you mad at me over something that I already put in my bio for you to read, giving you information for you to know, so you won't be coming up off the back end, so you won't react like that? How is it my fault that you don't know how to read? I guess some guys automatically assume everybody's a girl. Like, I don't know. He was basically telling me how, like, you know, he fucks with the fact that, you know, I'm trans, that I was open about it, that I didn't lie about it. I'm like, well, that's cool, you know, because, I mean, I don't have nothing to lie about. Like, what is there to lie about? So, of course, you know, give me the compliments. Oh, you're so pretty. You look good. Blah, 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 blah. Oh, my gosh. Like, you're so fine. Blah, blah, blah. You look like a natural woman. Like, I really hate when they say shit like that, because why are you comparing the two? I don't want to look like that. That's not what my face is giving. My face is giving me. That's what it is. Do not compare me to something that I am not. That is so triggering. And I know someone's going to be like, oh, why don't you want to be referred to as that? Isn't that what you're trying to look like? No, it's not. Like, I've always had this face. I didn't get surgery for this. Okay? And I'm never going to get surgery on this. This is just who I am. I just perfected my sexy. That's it. And, I mean, what you like is what you like, girl. You know, I did what I wanted to do to better myself. I didn't do what I wanted to do to try and compete with somebody else. That's not my gig. That's not my gag. He ended up asking me, like, you know, well, are you into, like, you know, threesomes? Like, do you like linking up with people? Like, what do you like to do? Like, are you a verse? Are you a top? Are you a bottom? Well, I was telling him, like, straight up, you know, like, I'm versatile, but I don't mind bottoming. I don't mind topping. It just all depends on, like, what's going on, like, what the situation is, what the vibe is giving. If the vibe is giving, you want me to top you, then I'm gonna top you. If vibe is giving, you want me to bottom, I'm gonna bottom for you. If vibe is giving, you want to flip around and see where things go, girl, we can flip around like we some pancakes in a skillet, girl. I don't have no problem He's into like different things too. Like he likes to do like threesomes, things like that. He's never really had like a foursome before, whatever the case may be. And I was just telling him like about all my experiences. So, time goes on, time rolls on. Now, he ended up texting me a couple days like after that, maybe about like a week or so. And he was like, hey, what you up to? Of course, me, I ain't doing shit, but what? What am I always doing? Watching TV, chilling in my room, my feet up, with who? The cat. You want to hang out? I'm like, sure. First and foremost, he does not have a car. There is absolutely nothing wrong with somebody not having a car. Now, if you ain't got a car, you ain't got a job, then that's a problem. But, if you don't have a car and you working, that's cool. It's like, what, it's fine. Uber still runs. Like, you can always have some ways of getting transportation, the public bus, whatever the case may be. I'm not one of them bitches that's stuck up like that. I don't hold people to like these ranks and echelons and things like that. That's not me, because we've all been there before. One of my friends, he's going to pick me up and he's going to come pick you up. Does he know that I'm, like, yeah, he already knows that you are. And I'm like, okay, well, that's cool. I'm getting ready to go home and handle my business. I'm getting up out the bed, girl. I think, did I have a sewing in at this time? No, I had this black wig, this really long black wig. I got this hair off of Amazon, girl. It was trash. Like, I brushed my teeth or get myself real cute, whatever the case may be. I'm feeling real good, feeling real sassy, feeling real funky, fresh, and amazing. At this point in time, y'all, I did not start like, okay, that's going to come in handy later on. We're going to get into that when that happens, okay? Oh, my goodness. I had on some pajama pants. I had on, like, a jacket. And I was doing security at this time, too. I'm always doing security when things like this happen. I just sprayed on my cute little, like, cinnamon toast. Is it called cinnamon toast? It's called champagne toast perfume. It was actually my sister's. It was not mine. And then I like to mix the champagne toast with this, like, it's this vanilla bean, like, lotion that's by Bath and Body Works. I also had got, like, this vanilla bean, like, body wash, too. Oh, my God. Y'all, that is probably one of the best, if not the best, combination that you could ever think of. Or you get that, it's called something, it's called, not Noel bean, it's called a ginger snap, ganache, something. It's like a white tube, it's called Grinham, something like that. It's like a white and blue tube, and it's got like little checkers on. Rub that stuff on, girl. Oh, Lord. Compliments every single day, honey. I'm so cute. I'm waiting on my ride to get here so I can go handle my business with my soon-to-be husband. Like, what the fuck? We're here. I'm like, okay, cool. So this is around the time when, like, COVID was still, like, going around, but not going around. Folks was, like, still wearing their masks or whatever. Ooh, oh, girl, I thought I saw a fucking cucaracha, bitch. I was terrified for a second. I'm not no rude ass bitch. I'm gonna always say hi, hello, how are you? Because my mama raised me right. Like, what? So I get into the car and then I'm like, hey, how are you? He's like, I'm doing good. How are you? I'm like, what's your name? He did not tell me his name, but I told him my name. And then the guy, he was like, hey, this is my friend. And I was like, oh, well, hey, blah, blah, blah. We green, cracking jokes, listening to music. He talking to me about random stuff, blah, blah, blah. He asked me, like, what's my astrological sign? I told him I'm a Pisces, born and raised. I'm like the queen of March Pisces, born March the 1st, girl. It's like, yeah, girl, like, can't nobody compete with me. Girl, you thought you was. You thought you was. Now, I could probably be like the princess, maybe, of March Pisces, because the king of Pisces is going to start when the Pisces season starts in February. But you know what we ain't talking about then? We talking about me. He tells me that he's a Sagittarius. Y'all, I don't know what it is, but I can never get rid of Sagittarius men. If it's not a Sagittarius man, it's a Gemini man, or an Aries man. I can never get rid of those three. And I'm explaining to him, like, how I feel about, Sagittarius men. He's telling me about how he feels about Pisces women, like biological women and trans girls, and, other Piscean people. So, we pull up to these apartments. First of all, I've seen these apartments, like, multiple times, but I never, like, got a chance to, like, go in there and, like, tour the place. Girl, these apartments was, like, so big. They had like this fountain that was like up at the front. Noticing that this guy's like driving like 50 million different ways though, instead of just going where he was gonna go, because he ended up like coming back around the same exact way he came from to go to where his apartment complex was, like the actual part where he lives at, not the complex, because that is the complex, bitch, but like where he lives at in the complex. You get what I'm saying, girl. Everything is cool, everything is fine. The dude was like brown skin, he was wearing a mask, I couldn't really see his face, kind of like chubby, heavy set, but real nice guy. His voice kind of threw me off. But it didn't throw me off to where it's just like, oh, you know, I think he's, you know, one of the girls. GWRS. But it just gave like, oh, he might be like, you know, a little nerdy anime geek. Like, you know, he likes to watch, like, you know, play like with swords and shit like that. Like, that's the type of vibe that he gave me. But he gave me still like that Memphian, like, hood nigga aesthetic. Like, it wasn't like you were from the outer skirts of the city. You're like inner city, but inner city grew up around white kids. Suburban inner city. You get what I'm saying? So if you got a voice, got a face, there you go. You know, we walk into the apartment, girl. Looks really pretty, really nice. Everything was so organized, so clean. He had like candles lit. But when we walked in, I met with this man.
Wait a minute, hold on.
So I'm like, first of all, who the f is this? I don't know if y'all think this is finna be like a 3-on-1 thing. I didn't sign up for this. So me, I'm not gonna be rude. I said, hey, how are you? He was like, what's up? I'm like, hi. That was pretty much it, girl. I walked clean past him. I go into the bedroom. I'm sitting on the bed. And then the guy that was the driver, he comes into the bedroom. He sits on the bed. So then the guy that I met at the door, he comes into the bedroom. He sits on the bed. So it's all 4 of us sitting on the bed. So we're all just talking, you know, ain't too much conversation going on. Everything's chill. You know, we smoking blunts here and there, whatever the case may be. So now, you know, one of the guys, I don't remember who it was so long ago. It's only like 2 years ago, bitch. I'm be dramatic. But it was so long ago. And one of the guys said, well, let's go ahead and get down to business.
What do you mean by that?
The other 2 guys ended up leaving the room. So I was kind of like, that's weird, but whatever. So I got up off the bed, you know, and me and the guy, we started like kissing on each other. Put his hands down, girl. Blase, blase, blah. You know what I did. I handled my business. I kind of like went into that thinking that, oh, it was just going to be us chilling, smoking, you know, we was gonna probably like, you know, do a little yum yum yum, crunch crunch, munch munch, and like that was gonna be pretty much it. Like it wasn't gonna be anything else that was gonna come from that. Well, I was wrong. I was horribly wrong, and I should have prepared for what the hell was gonna happen. I want to express to y'all that the guy, even though he was short, I don't know why girls shit on short men. He had a Goliath, girl. Like, I mean, like a salamander, a giant salamander with like 2 kiwis. And it was just given like, who gave you this? I'm saying that to say, the biggest I had ever took was this guy, the guy from the Storytime when Trey tried me. I'm gonna say his real name. What's that boy name again, girl? What I call him? That was the biggest I've ever took at that time. Like that, or ever taken? I've ever taken? I think that's right. That's the biggest I've ever taken at that time. Like, and mind you, he wasn't that big, but he had like a hook that curved down. So that was very much so like a lot for me. So when I saw his, I was like, ooh, girl, I don't know if I'm ready for that, girl. But you know me, I'm a G. I'm a tough it out, girl. Ain't nothing but a little pain, you know, and it ain't nothing but a little slight poke, girl. You might feel some pressure, boo, but it's all worth it. I get in doggy style, right? So as I get up on the bed and I'm getting in doggy style, and then I hear the door open, I kind of look up. The driver comes into the room and he gets on the bed in doggy style too. So I'm gagged at this point because I'm like, what is this? Because I thought you were straight. The guy that said hi to me when I came in, he's eating him out or whatever on the bed. I'm just like, what in the whole entire is going on? What type of circus are y'all running? Keith, he's back there, you know, he's eating my groceries, girl, tossing that salad, honey, like a chef, baby. And he's doing a great job. I'm not ready for that yet. So I tell him, you know, get on the bed too. So he gets on the bed, girl. He's in dog style, whatever the case may be. He had a big butt. It wasn't like no flat ass. Like he had like a pretty decent sized booty. So, girl, you know, I handle my business, whatever the case may be. But it's like, no shade to you if you ever watch this, because I am going to post it. I posted this video on Snapchat, so if you watch it, my bad. But when I was back there, right, no, it did not stink. Nowhere, no poop anywhere. But it was kind of like something else that was not worse but concerning. Mind you, this guy had already been there. The guy that said hi to me when I walked in. The other guy clearly is gay. And, you're hanging out with these people. So, when I'm back there, I, spread his cheeks apart, whatever it is, and I stick my tongue up in there. It's like, when you bottom for somebody, right? And you know how open, like, your cavity is? Why is it that when I put my tongue up in there, it was like air? I don't know how to explain it. Now, I'm not the one to judge. I'm not, going against anybody kinks or anything like that. But why is it giving off the vibe that before y'all came to get me, he had his fun with you? And you told me that you was a top. When you are like, when you do that, you're kind of like pushing air and saliva inside of that. But as I'm doing that, girl, it's like you hear like this, like, thoop, 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 like an empty bottle noise. I'm like, you must have. And if you did. So now, as the guy is sitting there in front of me in doggy style, right, getting, his life, I'm like, this is some strange shit. So, girl, like, why does the guy that said hi to me get up and he starts fucking the guy that was the driver? I'm just like, what is this? I thought y'all was straight. Like, how is this? Like, everything I have been told thus far is a fucking lie. You saw that guy, you wouldn't really think that he would be like that because he didn't give off that vibe. He just gave off like anime watcher nerd. Like, I'm gonna start saying nerd. Nerd's kind of rude, but anime watcher, like very like smart, articulate, suburban raised, like, girl, big body pins type energy. Like, it was not giving that. Okay. There was no lube at all. So that kind of was like rough. So the guy, he starts putting himself inside me, whatever the case may be. Girl, I am running because I don't know what it is or what y'all be thinking this is. A lot of these guys are used to having sex with women. Oh, excuse me. Don't be rude, bitch. You heard me talking. They are not used to having sex with men. But we just gonna be real, okay? We just gonna be real. You can crucify me later. We just gonna be real. They're not used to having sex with men. You have that part of her body that self-lubricates. We don't do that, okay? Let me clear this up just in case anybody decides to jump down my throat because they'll be like, oh my gosh, in the other video you said that. Yes, I know what I said. But what I said was the inside of your anal cavity, the walls, the lining of your anal wall has mucous membranes that naturally lubricates to help you poop. Hence the word inside. When you are a woman, you self-lubricate and it comes out, if that makes sense, okay? I don't want to be too descriptive, but if you're a man or you're a woman, you know what I'm talking about. I don't have sex with women. I'm trying, okay? I'm trying. You can't get wet as a guy back there. Like, it doesn't, lubricate the entire thing. You have to have, lube or, oils or lotion even, girl. Or, hair grease, things like that, because it doesn't do that. Hopefully that makes sense, girl. So it's kind of like, you need to be very careful what you're doing back there. So he puts himself in me, girl, and it's he didn't shove, but it's always that first initial push that feels the worst. I don't know what it is, because it's people say it's because there's not supposed to be anything going up there. Girl, shut the hell up, because what do you mean? It wouldn't be anything back there inside there to give you pleasure. It wasn't supposed to go up in there. Girl, shut up talking to me. You sound dumb, ho. Do your research, bitch. And then he's like, where you running? Don't be running. Girl, I'm going to run, because this is starting a fire up my anus, bitch. I don't know what you trying to do. He's like, just relax. I am relaxed. You need to calm down. We're literally using saliva. What good is that going to do in a situation like that? Eventually, I was like, you know what, bitch? You're here. The driver's getting his back beat into oblivion right in front of you. He's having so much fun. I want to feel this fun too. I mean, like, why miss out on the fun because you being a scary ass bitch and you can't take no dick? You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna just go ahead and I'm gonna tough it out. So, girl, he's pushing his stuff into me, girl. And then it's like when it went all the way in, it's like you could feel like the way it felt. It's like I could feel it in my like intestines. That's how big it was, and that's how deep it was, and that's like for it to be my first time bottoming like ever in a while after me and old boy. What was his name again, girl? See, irrelevant. So, anywho, I'm like, don't move. So he don't move. And then he starts off, doing the little strokes and stuff, slow and whatnot, girl. We're having a good time. Mind you, before this, I told him that I did not douche. And he was like, that's fine, that's cool. Like, if anything happens, we can just wipe it off. I can just take a shower, whatever the case may be. I was like, okay. Every person that happens to be gay and or probably straight has done something like this before. And I mean, first of all, who the hell he gonna tell? Shit, you can't say nothing, bitch. You knew what the fuck I was when you met me. So, what you gonna say? The strokes, girl, they feeling good. I'm getting my life. I'm like, the eyes is crossing, girl. Like, I'm just literally living. I'm living in my truth, girl. Like, they had, like, some little slow music playing in the background. The candles was lit, honey. I was feeling the vibe. Until I started feeling something else. My stomach started, like, cramping up. And I'm like, why does it feel like that? I'm like throwing it back, and then I start to smell this smell.
Smell it. That smell. The kind of smelly smell. The smelly smell that smells smelly.
I done painted this man, y'all. I felt so nasty. And I don't mean nasty like, I felt nasty.
I am disgusted.
It was so disgusting. Like, the whole room stunk. Like, it was just like, why? Why? When I was telling you, I don't want to do that. Why didn't you just listen to me? So now I got a story. An embarrassing one. He ended up handling his business, girl. He let loose, whatever the case may be, and he just went to the bathroom and washed himself off. Long story short, girl, like, I ended up just go ahead on cleaning myself off, taking a shower, all that. And he actually handled the situation very, 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 like, well. I mean, how would you have not handled the situation well when you wanted to do that? After I told you that I didn't douche. So, I mean, like, hey, throw caution to the wind, have fun. Fuck it. I have never, ever been the type to feel like I don't need to douche when I'm with somebody. That's disgusting to me. Like, it's already like a lot of fluids being exchanged back there in that area. And, in the front. But you ain't gotta worry about it in the front, girl. Because, I mean, like, you don't douche nothing in the front. Unless you're a girl. And even then, you shouldn't do that. It throws off your pH balance. Listen to me. I am not that type of person. So I was very apologetic. He was like, it's fine, it's cool. So he washed himself off, whatever the case may be, girl. We ended up leaving. I paid him like $25, but I didn't pay him no $25 because I was paying for it. Like, don't ever play with me like that. It's never going to get that. I gave him $25 because his friend came to pick me up, and then, we had a good time, and I had just got paid that day. So I'm like, girl, I got money to give away. Why not just give it away, girl? I mean, all I'm gonna do is buy some hair with it anyway, some food. Like, what's the point? So I just gave him $25, girl, to put gas in the car and, like, get some food, whatever it is. And that was very much so it. And we ended up having, like, a little fallout, like a small fallout. And then he ended up moving, I'm assuming, because that's what he told me. Because gag is, y'all, me and the guy, what did I call him, girl? I'm just gonna say the guy. I'm so sick of trying to remember these damn names at this point. It's too many men. So, ended up speaking to each other again. on this app. Was it Plenty of Fish? No, it was Tag, because I'm on Tag now. That's very much so it with this story time. I hope you guys enjoyed this story time. If you did, please give me a thumbs up. If you didn't, you're definitely free to give me a thumbs down. I will not see it, bitch. So make sure y'all follow me on all my socials. Follow me on my Instagram, which is The Black Swan. You can also follow me on TikTok at Fletchy613. And you can follow me on, what did I say? And my Snapchat, which is it's_Fletch. And I have them all across the screen and down below. So anyways, though, I do have an email that I have now for story times. If you guys want to, tell me a story time, you can send it to an email. It's called It Is What It Is. Well, no, it's not. It's called I Said What I Said 234@gmail.com. I think that's right, girl. If it's not, I'm gonna look and we gonna see. I don't know how much more time I have to record. I have another video I need to edit at this point, and I just wanted to go ahead on and record this because I was in a mood for it, girl. I'm feeling the vibes. It's nighttime. I think I need to start recording at night, girl, because I'm like in a whole different vibe. Anyways, don't nobody care. Go have a good night. Bye.